Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Christian here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today we're going to be talking all about the Sephora VIB sale. Now I've already done my recommendations for the Sephora VIB sale, which will start today, the day that this video should go live. So I have my cart ready. Well, kind of, sort of, because I keep taking things in, switching things out. I don't know what life I'm trying to live. But I've already posted, like I mentioned, my recommendations. So now I'm going to go ahead and mention my wish list, the things that are on my wish list, things that I'm the most excited about, and the things that I will more than likely definitely be picking up. There are a couple of items on here that are definitely just wish list items. I probably will not be picking them up since they're breaking it down over 2 different sale times. Maybe I will go ahead and pick up some of the other more luxury items. But I have set myself a really firm budget, which if you have watched my Sephora VIB sales for the last 2 years, you know that I never stick to my budget. I end up with boxes and boxes and boxes for like a week straight. I get stuff delivered from Sephora like every single day. I go, because I live in Houston if you don't know that, I go to like 50 different Sephora so I don't seem like a crazy like psychotic makeup junkie, even though I know that they're kind of like used to that already. My list is pretty refined at this point. Like I mentioned, I keep switching some things in, some things out, because I am for sure sticking to my budget this time around. So if you're interested in the things that I'm going to be picking up for sure, and the things that are on my wish list that are more like even with 20% off, you know that you're not going to buy it. Keep wishing, keep hoping, but you know you ain't bringing that home with you. That kind of situation, then you guys are definitely in the right place, and you're definitely going to want to go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so the first thing that I am going to mention is the one thing that I know 100% for sure that I will be picking up. I am talking about the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership eyeshadow palettes. Now, I know for sure that I do not want the first one, but I'm going back and forth a lot between the second and the third one. I was completely convinced for the longest time that I was going to get the second one, but after watching people's reviews, tutorials, swatches, and things like that, I think I want the third one. But I don't know. I've been hearing that the first and the third are a little bit more neutral than the second. I'm a little bit more drawn to the colors in the second, but I've also heard that the second one is a little bit more difficult to work with. Let me get the actual names of the palettes up real quick. So I have been going back and forth between the Sublime palette and the Subversive palette. Yeah, I believe it looks like Sephora, kind of weird. Sephora has the same palette on here twice, but with different names. I have been going back and forth between the Mothership 2 Sublime and the Mothership 3 Subversive. Right now, Subversive is currently in my cart, but for like a week, Sublime had been in my cart. So I can't seem to make up my mind, but more than likely I think I'm going to go ahead and get the third one. I'm not buying more than one because that's expensive. I want to test out the formulation, and if I buy more than one, I've basically pretty much 100% gone over my budget. So I think that's the one that I'm going to go ahead and pick up. So let me just go ahead and pull up my cart really quick, wait for it to load. Come on now. There's actually not that much stuff in my cart. I will not be buying too much stuff the first time around. Maybe the second time around I'll kind of watch haul videos and things like that and decide if I want to pick up anything else. So there is only 6 things in my cart. I'm playing with things here and there. I might add a couple of more. The next thing that I will be picking up is the Drunk Elephant Volume 2 Come See About Me, and it does retail for $88. I'm out of my Sephora Day serum, and I had that in my cart originally, but then I saw this guy. I already have all of these products in the full size, but for $8 more, why not get some more sample travel sizes? It is a $108 value. It comes with a full-size Sephora Day cream. It has a mini of the Be Hydra, the Best Day cleanser, and the Umbra sunscreen. And like I mentioned, I do have all of those products in full size, but for an extra $8, I might as well go ahead and get this little set. I highly recommend these Drunk Elephant sets. That is how I became addicted to Drunk Elephant and really started testing out their skincare originally, is because I purchased one of these sets last year before I made the plunge to go ahead and buy a lot of the products in the full size. I did the exact same thing with Sunday Riley before I decided to go ahead and spend a bunch of money on skincare, not knowing if it was going to work for me. I highly recommend trying it that way, because then you can pick and choose what you may or may not want, and this is the best way to try out expensive skincare. So that for sure will be coming home with me. Let's go back to my cart. The next thing that is in my cart that I more than likely will be picking up, and I have a funny feeling that this is going to sell out, so I kind of want to purchase it like super early online. I don't even want to mess with going into a store, and I don't want to wait like a day or two to make up my mind. If I change my mind about it, then you can always return something. But I am going to go ahead and pick up the Marc Jacobs Snake Charmer 5-piece Petite Enamored High Shine Lip Gloss Lacquer Collection. I have not tried these glosses. I love the lipsticks. I love the eyeliners. I love the foundations. I love so much by Marc Jacobs. People have been raving about these lip glosses since like forever, since they came out, and I have yet to try one. They have 3 shades that I'm very curious about using. They have 2 shades that I feel like are a little bit more fun and a little bit more playful, but still wearable. And that retails for $39. So that is currently sitting in my cart right now, and that more than likely I will be purchasing. The next thing that is in my cart that is going to make it home with me, that I will be hitting checkout right at midnight. Well, it's actually 2 a.m. my time, so maybe not. But the Sunday Riley Good Jeans. I have been out of the Sunday Riley Good Jeans for quite a while. I kind of miss it in my routine. I want to add it back into my routine, but I refuse to spend $105 on it. Even though I know it is good, even though I know it's a quality product and it makes the world of difference, it's worth $105. But I've been pretty happy with my skincare routine as of late, so it wasn't something that I feel like I was absolutely 100% like needing to get back into my life. But with the sale going back on, I'm super excited to go ahead and pick it up at the discount. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the one that is 105 bucks, which is 1 ounce. And they do have another one that is $158 for 1.7 ounces, which to be honest is a better deal. But like I said, your girl is staying on a budget this go around, so I'm really modifying the things that I'm gonna purchase. The next thing that is in my cart, which I am gonna pick up, which I have a feeling will sell at as well. I had both of them in my cart, but I took one out. And I wasn't gonna get this at first, but then I kept hearing that there's actually new formulations of eyeshadows in here, which I did not know about. I have not watched any reviews but one. I did watch one, Puffin's Wife. I did watch her review on these, and I've been kind of trying to stay review free because I definitely want to test these out, and I want to bring you an overall Natasha Denona review as well on a bunch of her different palettes. So I put Aries in the cart. I originally had the other one, Joya, is it Joya, in my cart? But I decided to go ahead and go with Aries instead because I believe she said that that's the one that she preferred out of the 2. I was naturally more drawn to the other one, but I decided to go ahead and get this one instead. And I love Natasha Denona. I put her in my recommendations list, and it's no surprise that she would be in my cart ready to go, especially if it's a new formulation of eyeshadows that I have not tested. I swear by her stuff. She's very pricey. This is the best time to purchase something from Natasha Denona if it has been on your list. And since I'm not about to spend $238 on an eyeshadow palette, and I already have her other 18 and 15 eyeshadow pan palettes, I figured that this would be a good one to go ahead and purchase. The next thing and final thing that is actually in my cart, but I'm playing back and forth between adding 2 other things to my cart, 100 like that I'm gonna be purchasing, but I cannot make up my mind. The last thing that is in my cart that is 100% for sure yes is the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. I've been out of my Clinique Take the Day Off Balm for such a long time. I was using that Juice Beauty guy, which I finally ran out of, which I did not like. I was going to get the Clinique, but I've heard, like I mentioned, such great things about this Pharmacy Melt Away Cleanser that I want to go ahead and give this a shot. And those are the things that I 100% will be purchasing for sure. There is one other item that I have not added to my cart, but I am planning on picking up, and that is the Marula oil from Drunk Elephant. But I don't think I'm going to purchase it online. I actually think that I'm going to go into the store and pick that guy up because I want to get my Drunk Elephant review out, and I have all of the products ready to go except for the Marula oil. So I want to pick it up in store so that way I can have it to show and talk about in the video. So I will be buying that in store and not online. But those are all of the things that I'm 100% probably going to be purchasing without a shadow of a doubt. Now I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the things that are on my wish list that probably will not be making it home with me unless I get super weak and I just cannot contain myself, which usually does happen, but this year I don't see it happening whatsoever. I'm staying pretty close to my budget. Like, it's happening for sure. There will not be 18 hauls like I have every year. So I'm going to go ahead and, that was my cart that I was showing you before. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull up my wish list. Let's do view all. I actually have some individual Marc Jacobs lip glosses in here that I went ahead and removed because I'm going to put that kit in here. Oh, and that's another thing that I'm going to be picking up in store as well and not online. Just pick it up in store because I've been out of my favorite foundation, the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation. I will be picking that up in store so I can start wearing it like immediately. But some other things that are in my favorites cart. I watched Desi Perkins' glow video, and she talked about the Sephora Perfection Mist Nude Glow, and her glow is beautiful, and I'm just kind of like, I want to be like Desi. She is stunningly beautiful. Her glow is always perfect. Her highlight is always on. Her highlight is always perfection, and she says that she really likes this product, and it was 20 bucks, so I added it to my loves list, but we'll see if it actually makes it home with me. I'm going to go ahead and remove those Marc Jacobs lip glosses because those 2 lip glosses do actually come in the kit. Another thing that is in my love list that I don't know if I'm going to purchase because I have all of the Stila, the original launch of the Stila Magnificent Metals, and I kind of feel like these are similar products. This just recently launched on Sephora's website, and I have a feeling that this is something that's going to sell out as well. This is the Touch and Soul Metallis Liquid Foil and Glitter Double-Ended, what's the actual name? Double-Ended Eye Set. Whenever they released, what, 6 months to a year ago, they were all the rage. They were all anybody was talking about. I don't really hear a lot about them anymore, but it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It comes with 6 of them, and they are all super wearable bronzies, gold, champagnes. And in the holiday season, I love glittery eyes. I love sparkly eyes. So that is on my loves list. It's not in my cart. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring it home with me, but it is in my loves list. Something else that is on my loves list, which I honestly just need to go ahead and add to my cart. I wanted to actually go in line and swatch it and not in store and swatch it and not purchase it online. Almost all of the shades are sold out online at this point. The descriptions are kind of throwing me off on this foundation, so I really wanted to play with them in store, but they are only at the Houston Galleria. Ain't nobody got time to go to the Houston Galleria during a Sephora VIB sale. So what I might end up doing is buying one I think might be similar to my shade. Hope it works. Hopefully it's not sold out, and if it doesn't work, I will just exchange it at a later date. That's a 100% happening as well because, like I mentioned, I wanted to get my Foundation Friday started again, but when I found out the Sephora VIB sale was happening, I decided to hold off on purchasing that. But it's just going to be a matter of, can I get it in my shade? So, but that is on my list. Now, these are on my list. Chances are I will not be buying either one of them, but they have been on my loves list since Sephora started carrying them a couple months ago. They are both by La Mer. It is the La Mer, the Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation, and the La Mer, the Powder. The powder retails for $95 and the foundation retails for $110. These are probably not things that I would purchase. But I mean, I definitely have always had interest in them, especially the powder, the original The Powder, which was also cheaper, but I never purchased it. So it's always a luxury product that I've wanted, but just never really sprang for, because $95 for a powder and $110 for a foundation, but that's more of a YouTube made me curious type thing. So it's been on my list, but I don't really think I'm going to pick it up. The Viseart Golden Hour eyeshadow palette is also on my loves list, as well as the Makeup Forever Jessie J Artist Face Trio. Those two have been on my list pretty much since they launched, and I've heard nothing but great things about these new Makeup Forever powders, and I'm definitely curious about them. The Jessie J one comes pre-made, but you can definitely buy 3 of them. Pick your colors, pick whatever you like, whether you want all blushes, highlighters, bronzers, contour, whatever, and you can customize your own palette, but I kind of like the Jessie J palette. So that's on my list as well, because I have definitely talked about them and I've definitely said that I have interest in them. They were both in Will I Buy It, and I've said that I've wanted to purchase them. We were talking about the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 3 and the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk Eyeshadow Palette. Now, I want both of those really, really bad. I want the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk. If I don't end up getting the Hourglass Ambient Lighting one, I won't like cry about it or anything like that, even though it is limited edition, because I still use 1 and 2 from the previous years very regularly. I would love to have this to my collection because I do think that these are really awesome powders and this is a really great kit, even though you don't really get a lot of product for the price. And the Huda Beauty palette, at this point, I want it so bad, but there just keeps being other things that I want. So it's kind of like, do I want it that bad if I keep picking other things over it? But it looks beautiful, and I know that I would get a lot of wear out of it. That is also on my list. I decided, I have another video coming very soon, so I'm going to kind of skip over some of these items because they were things that I said that I was 100% for sure going to purchase that I'm no longer going to be purchasing, and that's going to be a separate video. So you guys will have to you'll have to stay tuned for that. And if I don't end up purchasing the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk right away, these are only 27 bucks. They won't break my bank too hard. I'm thinking about maybe picking up one of her smaller palettes. I have my eye on 3 of the 4, and I would not purchase all 3 because at that price I might as well just buy the big palette. I have my eye on the Warm Brown, the Smoky, and the Mauve. I'm thinking more of the Mauve and the Smoky are the 2 that I'm kind of going back and forth. But these look really nice, compact. They're definitely a little bit more affordable, and another way to test out her formulation. So that is also on my loves list as well. That's pretty much everything that's in my Sephora cart and everything that is in my wish list right now. I don't see it changing too much. I don't see myself adding too many different things in there. Like I mentioned, I do tend to get drawn in by other people's haul videos, a lot of recommendations. When I start seeing a lot of people buying the same thing, I tend to kind of want to add it to the cart and purchase it myself, which the opportunity will happen because you are getting a second option to buy things if you want to. But during the first portion of the sale, the items that are in my cart and the other 2 items that I did mention are the things I will 100% be purchasing. If I decide to add things to the cart later on during the second portion of the sale, I will definitely keep you guys updated on that as well. Let me know down below what is definitely 100% going to be purchased by you. And like I mentioned in my recommendations list, let me know down below any recommendations for me that you might have that you think that I would really enjoy. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know down below if any of the things that are on my wish list / 100% going to be purchasing list are on your list as well. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for more holiday content for the Sephora hauls that are coming, because I already have another haul that's coming. I have a drugstore haul, a Sephora haul, and then I will have a Sephora VIB haul as well. So we've got some hauls on the way, and go ahead and subscribe so that way you can stay up to date on all of my different videos. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.